Hey guys, it's your girl Aisha, aka Geek XX Chic. We're here with Aisha Watches Anime, watching Windbreaker. We're on season 1, episode 13, the season finale, which is called For a Friend. So in the last episode, Sakura-san is now class prez, and I don't think he ever anticipated that would happen so quickly, but the whole class seemed to be behind the decision, and he is very much adjusting with the expectations as well as his own internal kind of conflict over whether or not he's worthy of such a role. But I think he's starting to learn that he can really start to rely on the people around him, particularly in this case, Suo and Nire. They both very much want to support him, and they've already volunteered to be his right-hand people. So we'll see how he goes with that. He's on the rooftop right now meeting the other leaders, and we've just discovered that there are kings as well. Court kings and subordinates, right? The 4 kings and their subordinates, I think it's what we heard. So we'll get to learn a little bit more about them, hopefully. Ready to jump in? Just before I do, please do hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you can be in the know when I drop new episodes for season 2 and beyond. And also just a reminder that you can watch the entirety of season 1 on my Patreon without any cuts if you're interested. All right, that out of the way, let's get into the episode right now. Breathe it out, they're human. Okay. Okay. Antacid boy. Okay. I don't remember your names yet. It'll take a minute. Something to do with plants? I thought so. Listen, fresh vegetables is very important. They're very expensive. Just bow and say hello. Servant leader. Period. Where was your answer, Sakura? I didn't hear you. Oh, okay. What? Trying to kill me? That's true. Sorry, what? Huh? You're like the guy from Black Clover, the guy who's like the necromancer, huh? Everyone else has got a nice smile. It's not gonna just RBF as usual. Exactly. They can help you since they have experience. All right, a blink's all we got. Perfect. You sure? Does he have a better way? Like he said, he's not good with words. He said, don't expect too much. I'm an only child. I enjoy that singular attention. Thank you. Telling all the deep secret business. Arya? Well, you may get to meet them someday. Pretty. Just a random thought. We've heard absolutely nothing about Sakura's family if he has one. Okay. New group, new fits. Who this? Who are you looking for? Speak up. With your chest. Yeah. Let us guide you. Liar. Those eyes, though. What is that? Is that a goat skull? Oh, blue scratch. I was like, that looks like some cult-ish. It's a cult. It's definitely a cult. I can tell. They're probably looking for human sacrifices. Welcome back. I'd say it's pretty clear he's not. He passed out. Like a bear. Okay. Sure. I don't see no bite marks, though. Homie's like, I would like to fight that bear. Yep. I want to know what its virtues are. Period. My man's like, I've fought enough to know what fight bites look like, man. Are you not going to the hospital? I feel like that's where you need to go. Oh, look at the fist. Right? Like, you look so creepy. 20's the drinking age in Japan? That sucks.
感謝してもしきれないってのに。
Bless you,
あんたらも好
man.
きなもん食べていいよ。
Yay! Be careful saying that to teenage boys, though. They will bankrupt you.
あんたら風鈴の子みんな息子みたいな
That's
もんなんだ
sweet.
から。
Protect her at all costs. The blush.
なんで安西君とキールが関係あるって
I
分かったん
mean,
や
they're weird. He suddenly beat up. That's kind of a pretty clear correlation.
スオさんの言った通りなら、あの傷はキールにやられたってことですよね。
Yeah, probably.
クラスメイトのユージです。
待て待て待て
Right? Just
仮に本当にキールとやらにやられたんだとしてもあいつは何も言わなかった
yeah, exactly. Let's find out what the deal is before we just jump in.
何かしたいじゃないですか。
I
よく見
get
て
it.
助けてやってほしい
Sakura's like, this is not my style, guys.
さくらさん、まだ話
Well,
が。
he's done for
あ
now.
んたも帰っちゃうの？
He's like, I was about to make
だ
you
った
some
らこれ持っ
food.
ていきな。
Yeah, you take it then.
全体的にね
I didn't say it's not he's not honest. He just doesn't talk a lot
ニラ君
because he doesn't trust people
大丈夫だよ。
yet. But yeah, people who've been through bullying or home issues, they often are very ashamed about talking about it or asking for help.
ねえ、やっぱりさ、風鈴の人たちに相談して。
それはダメだ
Oh, okay.
みんなは巻き込めない
But you can ask, and if they say no, then they say no.
バカ言ってんだ危なすぎるだろ
Why is it stupid for her to go, but not for you? You clearly can't fight these guys.
大丈夫任せとけって
Respect. Fake ass smile. Yeah, at that rate, you're gonna be in the hospital next time.
何が大丈夫なのよ。
But who are you, though, man? Oh.
今の話詳しく聞かせろ
The way he just demands things of people. Like, that was a personal combo.
あんた、
Maybe they were discussing the new baby. You don't know.
今の話詳しく聞かせろ
Again, demanding.
途中から加わったのが、長門っていう男の子。
Okay, Nagato is a friend.
ここに入ってからはバラバラになっちゃったけど。
Growing up,
と
one of the
仲のい
sad
い
things
幼
about
馴染
it.
でいられると思ってた。でも、
そいつらの一人がひったくりしてんのを見つけて
Oh.
捕まえようとしたんだ
Well,
腕掴んで顔隠してたフード取って
and then he busted your
そ
ass.
したらさ誰だったと思う
Oh, no, it's your friend? I hate to say it, but some people do turn to a life of crime.
話を聞くはずだったんだけど、
But that is a good friend.
一
You
人
want to find out what's going on?
ボロボロになって帰ってきた。
だからあいつは何も言わなかったのか
Emotions.
なんで泣くんだよ
Breathe. It's okay.
何もできな
I
い。
mean, you told somebody.
待ってるだけしかできないのが悔しい。
You told someone.
その長門ってやつをここに引っ張ってくりゃいいんだな
Really? You just have to?
まあそこはあれだなんとかなる
He's like, don't worry about that. I don't even really know the rules.
俺はお前より力があるんだし
Oh.
そこは任せとけ。
Yeah, keep it simple.
別にお前が泣いてっから仕方なくだよ
You could have stopped and leave it to me. That is the whole point.
たらお腹空いてきちゃった。
Oh, you want some food? I got some.
やらねえぞ
あ、うん、いらないよ。
Okay, we gotta work on those gentleman skills. One thing at a time, though. Let's get you interacting with humans in a civil matter first.
いや、本当なんだって。熊と取っ組み合いになって、やっとの思いで。
Stop lying, bro. A bear? In Japan?
昨日は安西君と話せた？
あ
Mm-hmm.
何のこと
They
だ
know you.
何これ？ラブレタ
ラブートでラブレターを
But also, why would he be delivering
途
it?
中でお前に渡し
And
てくれ
from
っ
who?
て
This is a boys' school.
君の悪いやつだったな
Oh. Well. Sakura, like, why don't you read that out loud? This camera work, though. It's like kind of quick on them stairs, though.
クズどもが
Something shipyard. That was a lot of writing.
詳しく話せ
Mm.
安西
Again, demanding. I love that he never really asks. He's just like, tell me.
一昨日のこ
If
と
there's one thing that Sakura don't stand at all is bullying. We know that. That's a trigger for him on a deep level.
そいつは俺の幼馴染長門だった
Oh, he also has a matching patch on his cheek. Oh!
ねえねえ、これ足りてないよ
And
ね。
you just follow the trouble,
前
huh?
もそんなこと言ってなかったっけ？
すみません
Why are we in this game, Nakato?
はい。1000円。2000円。
Nakato-chan, can we talk about your choice of friends? This is not the gang. Why is every gang that's not Boford and all a-holes? Oh, okay. Aerial kick. Anton got some skills though.
お前何言って
All right, some things have definitely happened since you guys last talked.
ここにいるって
Your face says differently, respectfully?
でもそんだけクソみたいなことされてんのに
And yes, this is the valid question to ask. Indeed. What do they got on him?
長門は優しくておとなしかったけど、
Hmm.
強いやつだったんだ
Okay.
あいつが
Well, he just been punched in the face.
理由はそれだけで十分だ
Okay. He ain't wrong. The face was not at all screaming that he was meaning what he said.
そうか
He's like, cool.
行くぞ
All right, that's all I need to know. Got the deeds.
なんで桜まで行くんだよ
Because I'm involved.
相手は本当にヤバいやつ
He's like, that's my favorite kind of people to fight.
約束しちまったからなあの
That girl.
長門ってやつを引っ張ってくる
He's like, I'm not a Welch, so I will be going.
これは俺の問題だ
Yeah, he's like, I involved myself, actually. So don't worry about it.
そういうことだったのね
Oh my God. Bunch of eavesdroppers. They're like, yeah, it's fight time. That's kind of what we live for at the school. I thought we could handle it.
街を守るチームだろ
別に今ここにおるんは風鈴だからやな
We're
い
your
で
friends.
俺が助けたいと思ったからですこいつらの言う通り俺らはダチを
Just
助
a
ける
friendship
だけだ
thing. Doesn't have to be a Beaufort thing. We'll just wear our uniforms just the same, though.
早くしないと置いてかれちゃうよ寝てるとこ起こして悪かったけ
You gotta come, friend.
ど梅宮さん悲し
Right?
いと思って
You don't want to be the guy left
だか
behind.
ら杉下くんも来てくれるって
He's gonna be extra mad because he didn't want to wake up. He's the guy you want.
あいつら何や
How's it going, indeed?
うん戦艦造船
Oh, a shipyard. That's okay. It's a good place for a fight.
あんまりうかうかしてる暇なさそうだね
That's true.
分かってる
They're looking to put that kid in the hospital. Ooh, the freeze frame for a friend indeed. All right, all right, all right. That was episode 13. What a way to end the season. They said we're gonna be back, and you better be back to find out what happened. New episode, new season, new can of worms opened, right? Yeah, in this episode, we see that my boy Sakura, even though he doesn't realize that he is settling right into that leadership role that he is newly appointed to. You know, he was given the instruction to kind of rely on people and to be there for people. And anyways, we saw that this kid that we met last episode, that he was pointed out by Nire, and he just kind of looked very shifty. But now we find out that it's because he was dealing with his own stuff and he was just kind of trying to lay low under the radar. But, it's kind of hard to do that when you're beat up. And we see that it got even worse this episode, right? He got beaten to the point of almost being unconscious. And so, of course, Nire is very much, he wants to be a hero. He wants to, it's not just enough to defend. He wants to be a hero. And he says, like, yeah, we got to help him. Like, clearly he's lying about whatever, a bear attack, really? Like I said, pretty sure there's no bears in Japan. I'll have to look that up, but I'm fairly certain it's like deers, rabbits. I don't think they have any big wildlife there, but I digress. He was clearly in trouble. And we see that Sakura at first is like, you know what? I don't know that we should get involved. Like, if he's not asking us for help, should we involve ourselves? And, Nire is like, I don't think that should be the case. Like, if you see someone in trouble, you should be willing to help or offer help. Like, that's kind of his mindset. And it's interesting because those are two schools of thought. And I don't think either of them is necessarily wrong. I do think that if you have the power to help someone and you see someone in distress, if you want to and you feel the urge to offer help, you should. But at the same time, I understand that sometimes you do have to just kind of let people be or allow them to approach you. Because for some people, if you try to, for what they perceive, push your way into their business, that will cause them to kind of back up and actually, be even more standoffish than they would be otherwise. So the point is, I think you have to kind of learn which is not possible for everyone, but kind of learn like how far to step, and how far you have to wait for people to or when you have to wait for people to kind of step towards you, right? When it comes to asking for help. But either way, we see Sakura's kind of like, let's just give him some space because maybe it's something personal, like maybe it's something he's not ready to share with everybody and we shouldn't stick our noses in, right? So you see that him and Nire kind of I wouldn't say butt heads. They disagreed on the approach, but Sakura is actually like, his heart is much more leaning towards what Nire said, right? He likes to help. When he sees something wrong, he wants to get involved. But I also think, as I mentioned in the episode, that as a kid that was bullied himself and possibly experienced some domestic abuse at home, those are the kind of things that are very difficult a lot of times for those victims to say something, because usually there's an element of embarrassment or shame, which is, of course, it's never their fault, but it sometimes it feels like it's embarrassing. Plus, in certain societies, they make it feel like it's your fault that these things happen. So it's very hard sometimes to speak up. But yeah, we see in the case of this young man that it's just that he feels like he's asked, like he doesn't want to ask for help because he's like, this is kind of like a very personal issue. I involved myself, right? This isn't like these guys are terrorizing our town situation. Like I decided to help this lady who is not in our town, and it's turned out to be this personal friend of mine, and it's just escalated. And I get what he's thinking. Like, he's just thinking, this is not your guys' problem. Like, there's things in the town you're supposed to be prioritizing. I went and caused this issue on my own, so I should handle it on my own. Also, when you look at the situation from the outside, it's like, you went to try to help him twice, and both times he beat you. So why would you do that? Like, why do you keep going back, right? So I think in his mind, he was just like, it'd be foolish of me to ask for help in a situation that was avoidable and that I keep putting myself into. But we see that after having his conversation with his fellow classmate, who also knows Nagato, of course, Sakura, when he saw that, he couldn't help himself, right? As soon as he saw home, he was like, oh, let me just stand by and just hear what's going on. But he went and in typical Sakura fashion, demanded. He's like, tell me what you talked about. I need the details immediately. He's going to work on that. I'm sure he's going to get to a point of actually being able to ask people at some point. But anyway, he gets the whole story, and when he hears it, but more importantly, I guess when he sees this girl cry, he does not like that. So he's like, you know what? I'll get this guy. He decides at that point he's going to get involved, and he doesn't know how to approach it though, because he knows that he didn't exactly ask this kid for his help. But then we see the next day in class that, these Keel guys, like, they look like psychopaths. I said that when we saw them before. They're now terrorizing him. They're basically like, oh, okay, you've involved yourself twice now. All right, we're going to come to you, right? But they saw that they respected the territory, right? We saw that when they first came in, they're like, we can't go too deep into this territory. If we don't see him, we're going to go, right? And that's because, they beat his butt, right? And that's when he ran into the alley. So point is, they're kind of like, okay, we want you to come back because we're not done beating you. So instead, they took it out on Nagato, even though he sided with them. But again, you can see that he does not want to be in this gang. Something has happened. I don't know. Like I said, maybe they got something on him. Maybe he feels like they've got something that he needs. We don't know yet, but he clearly is not loving what these guys are doing, but I think he feels like he has no choice. So anyway, we see that after the student gets the picture, he runs out, and Sakura knows it's got to be something to do with Keel, so he immediately heads out after him, and basically same thing, just demands, tell me what's going on, grabs the picture for himself, looks, and he's like, okay, I need the whole situation from your side. And he's like, the girl already told me some of the stuff, you give me the rest. And so he gets the rest of the story, and he's like, cool, sounds like a case of bullies. I need to fight somebody. It's been a minute since I got to beat somebody's ass, so let's go. He's like, let's do this. And of course, homie's like, look, I don't want to involve you. I'm not trying to. And Sakura's like, involve who? I love they say you think you're the center of the universe. You think you got a gravitational pull and you drag me in? It's like, I involved myself. Did you not see me jump down these stairs and grab this picture from you? Like, I involved myself. Don't worry, you didn't ask. Everyone knows you didn't ask. Talk about bears attacks and nonsense like that. He's like, no, I'm here because I want to be here. I'm offering help because I have help to give. He's like, I don't like this. I don't like these guys. They're bad news, and your friends, he's in trouble. So let's go. Been a minute since I wrecked some fools. Let's go. I need to stay limber. And of course, the rest of the class listened because of course they would. What else they got to do? But as Nire said, right, that's Umemaya's influence. He's always said, if you can help your fellow classmates and your neighborhood and your community by extension, you should do it. Yeah, we see that everybody's like, all right, let's post up. Like, this is a whole gang. We know that Keel's a gang, so you're not, the two of you, while Sakura could probably take on a good chunk of them, he is still one person. But they're like, you're gonna need backup. You're definitely not gonna be able to handle this alone. You're going to their territory. We gonna roll up. We gonna roll up together as a squad, they said. And they said, don't worry, we're not going as boyfriend and students right now. We're your friends. Friends, just going for a casual walk to this shipyard that happens to be their territory. You know, things happen, things pop off. So be it, right? So they're off. They're off to see if they can find this Nagato guy and at least get a chance to talk to him without the threat of his gang looming over his shoulders. But what I love is we're seeing that, again, Sakura is growing so much already. You know, Sakura of episode 1 would have not involved himself in this at all. He'd have been like, homie wasn't strong enough. He keeps getting beat. Sounds like he needs to practice more. Like, that would have been his mindset. But the amount of influence that this school and Umamaya in particular has already had on him is just really good to see. And we see that again, this is those leadership skills, right? He just headed out, squad came with him, right? So yeah, great episode, great way to wrap up the season. But yeah, man, they're mean for leaving it on a cliffy. Very glad that season 2 is already out. So I enjoyed this a lot. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this episode as well as this season along with me. Thank you so much for the comments and the interactions. I really, really do appreciate them. Hopefully you'll be joining me for season 2 as well as many of the other fun things I've got going on here on the channel. Thanks so much for watching and I'll see you in the next video.